Educators of life. Their mind is their weapon, and they all have a story to tell. Welcome to the Rose Room, because women deserve their flowers. Tonight, we have photographer and master educator, Angela Lyons. Let's join the conversation.
I don't do drama.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am particular in what I will and won't direct my energy to, what I deem necessary
Mm-hmm.
to direct my energy to. I believe that no matter what, things are gonna work out. I'm not gonna say I never had panicky moments,
Right, of course.
but things always work out. So I'm chill overall.
Like I always tell people, you got through 100% of the things that you went through. So don't stress out about anything. And speaking of that energy and that aura, did you get that from your parents or just from Detroit?
I would say my parents. My dad is a calmer. My mom, she no longer living, but she was always very positive. So I definitely got a mix of the two of them.
And then you moved from Detroit down here, and that was to continue your education journey. And now you are the best at teaching people how to read. Thank you for your service, by the way.
Thank you much.
So with the children, what feeling do you have when they give you that look after they read their first thing on their own?
Ooh, really? They don't always give me a look. I end up seeing a light bulb turn on with them, and they get excited, and they're looking shocked when they finally got it, and it makes me feel good because they know I'm one of their biggest cheerleaders.
Right.
So they have a happy moment. I scream, and they like, oh, and it means a lot to them because I teach predominantly Spanish speaking children, so they have a double whammy. They're
Right.
learning English, and then they have to learn how to read and comprehend in English. And so they're dealing, a lot of them, with culture shock. So that's a lot.
What's one of the biggest misconceptions about children struggling with reading?
That they just don't like to read, and that's not true at all. Sometimes I know I've had some parents in the past that would say, "My child just won't read. He doesn't like to read." I'm like, "Well, have you ever tried asking what they might be into?" And they're like, "No." And I say a lot of times kids are stuck reading things that they're not interested in. And granted, we're not going to always like everything that we have to read, right? There has to be a healthy balance. But if they're at home, it's a more relaxed environment. So if they're into, like, a lot of my boys are into Marvel.
I was going to ask, how do you find out what they're into to find, what they want to read?
I talk to them. They're human beings, just like us. They're just younger.
Right.
And just talk to them. People underestimate kids. They understand a lot more than what we give them credit for.
Don't remind me. I have a 12-year-old. I'm like, how do you know that?
They're very observant. They take a lot in. So I tell people that they don't underestimate them.
What's something that you would change about any part of any school system?
The politics. Oh my
Tell
gosh.
me about that.
There's always something. I'm gonna keep it safe on here, but what I will say.
I'm glad you think I'm that type of guy where you got to keep things safe.
No, but this is going to be on the internet, so and people watch. But what I will say is, anyone that's considering going into teaching, and they share that with me, I'm gonna encourage you. If you feel like that's for you, cool, but make sure that it's your calling, because to this day they don't pay us what we deserve. Today's kids are not yesterday's kids. That's one thing I say a lot. And a lot of the parents are not raising their kids where they want to put all the responsibility on the school. And then there's the other end of, as far as politics go, those that are higher up that work in the school system. But I say make sure that it's your calling, because if not, the politics of education will make you want to quit.
If a parent wanted to change something, what should be what should they do first if they wanted to change maybe what their child is getting taught?
what their child is getting taught. I would say maybe they could advocate, first of all, being involved in learning about what their child is being taught. Because sometimes people say, I don't know that, I wasn't taught that. Okay, take a few moments and learn. Even if you, first of all, develop a good relationship, try to develop a good relationship with the teacher, because you're a team. So you're both there for the sake of helping that child be successful. Right. And once you get to that point, tell the teacher, okay, I'm trying to help little Johnny with this, but I'm not understanding. Would you mind showing me so that I know what to do to help him at home?
And what's some of your greatest recognitions as a teacher? I know you have plenty, but what's some of them?
My latest would be, I recently became National Board Certified.
I know. Tell everybody exactly what that is, and why you became that. All that. Brag on yourself. I ain't even gonna say nothing for like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Talk
it
your
is
ish.
it's difficult to obtain. It took me about 3 years. It usually takes people anywhere between like 1 and maybe 5. It's the highest honor a teacher can receive. They say that the process of trying to achieve it is almost like you're trying to go for a doctorate. So just to give a little bit of context to that. You are basically proving in many different ways that you're a master educator. I was used to analyzing my students' understanding of things, their data, overall performance, and I was used to taking it fairly deep, but this challenged me to go way deeper than what I was used to. So that helped me to adjust my overall teaching even more, like today. So I'm grateful for that part.
Thank you for your service. You not only teach children, you teach teachers.
I teach
and
teachers.
Adults and other teachers.
Yeah.
What do you teach other teachers?
So I basically mentor them. I help them get better with teaching kids how to read, because teaching a child, really teaching anyone how to read, can be a science. And so if that is something you're brand new to, you haven't been shown, it's way more to it than, let me just put this book down and try and read this with me.
Right. So being a master educator that you are, what separates the good teachers from the bad teachers, in your opinion?
In my opinion, I will say any good teacher is going to be intentional on trying to help their kids. They're going to constantly reflect on their teaching, on how the kids are doing. If there's something that a child is getting, how can I take them further? If there's something that a child is struggling with, okay, why is he or she struggling with this, and what do I need to do to help her get over that hump? A teacher that is terrible, if you will, they just there for the paycheck.
Right.
A warm body in a classroom. They try and teach everything on the fly. This is just my opinion. Teach everything on the fly, but then you're seeing that the kids are not growing like they need to.
Are you able to keep in contact with like any of your past students somehow, some way?
I have a few of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I've got a few that have now graduated college, and I'm like, ooh, sister getting older.
Hey, I remember when you was a baby.
Yeah, basically. I've taught them in 3rd and 4th grade, and they reach out, and they're like, I'm doing well, I'm going to school for this, and it means a lot when you've made that kind of impact, because I genuinely, other than outside of academics, I genuinely care about my students. I treat them like they were my own.
And we spoke earlier about your energy, your calmness that you got from your father and all of that. But patience is what you need dealing with children. As we talked about, today's children aren't yesterday's children. How do you maintain your patience?
I try to be intentional on learning my kids. And even the teachers that I mentor, like, I learn them. And I believe in meeting people where they are.
Right.
And going from there. And so once I feel like I figured you out, then I know it helps with me being patient with you.
Right. And speaking of patience, you definitely need that with your own business.
Yeah.
In 2015, you became a photographer, created a successful business, which was your very first business, by the way. I'm saying it like you don't know. It was her very first business. Can you remember that first photo you took that made you say,
yo, this, I'm going for this now? Or I guess the last photo you took that made you say, I'm starting this business now?
Um, so initially, I didn't want to turn it into a business. I didn't know if I would be capable of doing that. I actually had a couple of friends who were like, "You really need to go for it. Like you should, next level." I've always loved photography, but truly mastering the craft and as a business owner, I was like, "Ooh, that's another level."
Right.
As far as a specific photo, I don't know if there's one specific photo. I know I've had memorable clients.
Like,
I would say that.
give us one.
Um,
A funny one.
a funny
Yeah.
one.
You got a funny one?
Do I have a funny one? I've had a couple of interesting ones that challenged me.
Patience.
Ooh. And I had to learn them. I had one, and no matter what picture I took of her, she didn't like it, and I had to learn that when I paid more attention and reflected, she was insecure with herself. And that showed me that was that patience piece, of course, but also how can I begin to help my clients, even though that's an inner work, how can I also help you to feel good about yourself when you're in a session with me?
And that kind of answers some of my other questions. I was going to ask, have your teacher instincts ever came out while you were doing a photo shoot?
Yes, I'm a model. So teachers, we model everything because if you want the kids to know what to do, they're only going to do what they've been shown.
Oh, right.
Okay, so human nature, same with people, that I am, if I'm guiding you in what poses to do with photography, I will typically model. And so before I take the picture, I will go and make the pose and show you, hey, do this like this. Let me see how you look. Everyone is different, so not every pose will work for everybody. And I'm also good with reading your body language. So if I see you looking a little tense or it's just not looking right, I'll take you out of that pose.
And you specialize in business branding. So what is it you're trying to pull out of these clients?
I want to help them to tell the story of their own brands, of their own businesses. Initially, what I saw, in business, we try to address a need or address a problem, right? So what I saw was there was a lot of emerging entrepreneurs, which is dope. But then I was seeing a lot of selfies or cell phone pics, and you're uploading these onto LinkedIn and Instagram. And I get it, the budget might not be budgeting yet.
And let me be quiet, because when the people putting me on flyers, they got to crop me out of regular photos. I still don't have no professional photos.
Oh, we got to fix that.
I got people arm around my neck all on my
Yeah, and I'll say, oh my gosh, no, we got to fix this. And I realized how much I liked helping them to tell that story. And so I was like, no, we got to fix this. Even if you start off with just simple headshot session, we don't have to do a full brand shoot, but at least get some headshots. Because if you want other business owners or other corporations to take you seriously, that does play a role.
And people get emotional when they see certain photos because of what that memory does to them. Have you ever gotten emotional while during a photo shoot, or do you have to stay strong, for them?
I have gotten a little emotional. Well, during a photo shoot, sometime. That usually would be one of my lifestyle sessions. So lifestyle can be anything from maternity to family photos, things of that nature. And so I'm big on family. So I've had opportunities to capture like generational pictures and whatnot. And I just think it's very beautiful. I'm actually going to be doing one this weekend. So that's going to be another memorable moment. But yeah.
How has social media influenced beauty, for better or for worse?
I feel like people are more focused on aesthetic. I feel like people either don't realize or they tend to forget that social media is a highlight reel. You don't truly know what's going on with that person. You don't know what they've done to get to where they are. I feel like it has, in some ways, negatively impacted what a standard of beauty is. And I think it boils down to you needing to remember who you are and whose you are.
When you're shooting, what separates an authentic photo from a fake one? Like, how do you know when, like, this isn't this person if you just look at a photo?
I usually will stop right there and tell them.
But how would you know?
How would I know? Part of it is that body language. I can also tell when your smile is fake. And I'm like, and so what I end up doing, sometimes it's nerves, sometimes they may have things on their mind. And so what I'll usually do, I'll play some music. It might be a favorite artist that they love. And I'll prompt them. A lot of times my clients may not even realize that I'm doing this, but I'm purposeful with it. Right. So I may prompt you, ask you certain questions, real chill, funny, whatever, just to get you even more relaxed and take your mind off of whatever it could be on. And I'm still capturing you in that moment. And so some of your photos are candid. They are posed. Others are posed because I plan poses, but I also may be inspired by something else that I see during a session. But when I'm prompting you, I'm still capturing. So then a lot of times when they end up seeing their gallery, they're like, oh my gosh, that's me. But I'm trying to basically help them get over that hump as well, because I'm a firm believer, whether it's branding or lifestyle, whatever you hire me to photograph you for, a photo shoot is a form of self-care to me. That should be your time to shine. That's your time where it's all about you. And whatever is going on in the outside world shouldn't matter at that moment.
Right.
You should be able to enjoy yourself.
Yes, and photography and teaching, you're basically pulling the best out of people. So who does that for you? Like, who pours into you? Who keeps you going?
Oh, right now the biggest one is me and Jesus. I do have a mentor that will encourage me periodically. My girlfriends, we lift each other up. We inspire one another. We're all at different stages in life, but we'll do check-ins and just really try and be each other's cheerleaders.
A sister circle. And the mentor, is that for photography or teaching, or is it in general?
So this one is a personal one in general, but I do have a photography coach. Shout out to my girl Ray. She's amazing. But so she's helping me to take my business even further. And then teaching, I actually had a mentor for National Board, and she and I still keep in touch. Kendra, love both of them deep. But yeah, it's important to have somebody in your life that can pour into you in different aspects.
Shout out to your village.
Right.
Where can people find you, book you, support you, get in contact with you, all of that?
Yeah, so you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Moments by Angie Marie. Also, my website is momentsbyangiemarie.net. And I do accept DMs for inquiries. Also, at the moment, eventually that will phase out, but for now. But also, the biggest thing, my preferred method is to complete like a quick request intake form that's on my website, and it will come directly to my email.
Sounds good. Well, look at the camera and give the people your last words. Moments by Angie.
Moments by Angie. I would say, no matter what, keep going. Be intentional who you allow in your circle. If you want to keep evolving in life, who you confide in means a lot. You
deserve your flowers.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was quick.
Yes, it was.
I was expecting more.